Assassin's Creed booster box for Universes Beyond. My name is Eric. I go by Sobermtg. I'm just a sober guy. I've been sober since 7/25/17. My drugs of choice were alcohol and cocaine, and now it happens to be Magic the Gathering and cardboard crack. But it doesn't smell the same. Just a joke. If you're new here, hit the like and follow button. I share a lot about Magic the Gathering. It's kind of a hobby and kind of a passion of mine. And I wanted to share about like Universes Beyond. It's one of those things that I do to try and keep myself accountable. If you're not familiar with Assassin's Creed, this was a Universes Beyond set from a couple years ago that they did. Same price. The Universes Beyond, this was $7.99 a pack. These were 8 card packs, 24 in a booster box. So not a huge booster box. This isn't your typical booster box at all. Not the 18 though, that was for Forgotten Realms Commander was. So this has 24, 8 cards each. Now, the one reason that they said that they went to the lower card count was a higher print quality, which I do agree. In Assassin's Creed, there's a lot of foils. There's the edge foils. The print quality is a lot better. I will say this, as somebody who loves Magic, if they charged more and gave me less cards, but the print quality was like this and the card quality was like this, I would be all for it. I mean, Riftbound does an amazing job with their print quality. Same even with One Piece, but they are thicker cards. When it comes to Universes Beyond, I think it does get a lot of unnecessary hate, and it's kind of my way to remind myself, don't hate on it per se, because I'm guilty of it. I'm just like everybody else. Like, the Magic the Gathering could have did some even amazing things with Assassin's Creed. This could have brought in like antiquity stuff, Arabian Nights stuff. I mean, it's fun. It could be fun, but unfortunately, it was a super small set. It seemed like it was a little bit rushed. It could have been something amazing, and it wasn't. Is ultimately what I'm getting to. And unfortunately, that's kind of the theme with a lot of the Universes Beyond. If they really just took their time and didn't go after the cash grab of mass printing, I think these sets could be a lot better what they are, and you wouldn't have as much hate as what they get from them. But I don't own Hasbro. I'm not a shareholder like that, so I don't know. I'm curious though what your thoughts were if you've opened these up and what you enjoyed, what you didn't enjoy. Again, I share about this because this isn't really a very good investment. These things have went up in price. This one right here, a very full disclosure, I bought for $105. All right, but I do a lot of research. I do a lot of looking to try and find the best deals out there. These are right now I'm finding going anywhere from 119 to 139. I think it's personally overpriced still because the values of the cards don't hit that extent. But let's open this together. Let's see what we get. And I'm kind of excited because I haven't ever opened a box of Assassin's Creed. So let's have some fun. All right, let's crack this open. I've never opened one of these before, and I'm really excited about it. I had kept passing on buying these boxes. I'd seen these boxes for a very long time at like $100. And then just recently when I started doing this channel and I wanted to do pack openings, I was like, oh, I can do one of these really affordable. And I noticed that the price on these had jumped. There's a LGS even near us that had these things for $139 a pack or a box. I don't think this is worth $139 a box personally. I did pay, and I'm always very honest about this stuff, I paid $105 for this. Was the total. I had to look it up, and I did my research on it. There are a lot of LGSs out there though that are trying to sell this for more money than that. I personally don't see the value paying that high. I think that's just massively overpriced. When it comes to Assassin's Creed, this was a Universes Beyond set. It got more hate, not because it was Assassin's Creed, but it got hate because of the pack size and that this was not a big set. That was a big downside with Assassin's Creed. But there's a lot of fun cards in here. There's some cool commander cards in here. The packs are only 7 each on cards, but you do have a chance for etch foils. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to open these up, and I'm curious if you've ever opened these up. You know, what are your thoughts? What were your thoughts on Universes Beyond with Assassin's Creed? Mine was I liked it. I liked the quality of the cards. I love the etch foils. I wish they would have just taken more time like I had mentioned earlier. So let's get to it. I will do my best not to bore you or let you go to sleep unless you are watching this for ASMR purposes. Let's see, Hidden Blade, Viewpoint. These I might go a little bit slower on just because there are just a lot of really cool cards. I love the full art lands, by the way. I do love my foil lands. So what do we get? We got Socrates, Tax Collector is the uncommon. And then in the back, we also got another uncommon, which is, I don't know. Now, the foil quality on this is a lot better than what you have on, like the quality of cards when they said that they did a slower print run because of better quality, I definitely feel was true. You can tell in the cards, there's not the pringling But again, it's still not as good as Riftbound or some of the others out there. But I will say I get what they're trying to do, or if they're just blowing smoke up our ass, I don't know. Fall of Civilization. After I do this, I do go through these and I pick out all the cards that I think are valuable or have some play value to them, and I kind of go through with you on my favorite cards. Ooh, it's an Excalibur. Nice, that's pretty cool. Uncommon. Love the artwork. How many rares and commons do you think I'm going to get out of this one? That's the one thing I actually love doing is, again, just comparing rares and commons. See if there's a method to the madness that we find with Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro. Now, if you notice, there's not really any commons in here. There are a lot, though, of uncommons. Awesome. Waterlogged Grove, land. We got another rare with Eve. Hemlock Vale, Lexos. I do love these arts, though. I'm not going to lie. Love those arts. The funny thing is when I do my little autism of sorting the cards themselves is that there isn't a commons pile, which is kind of funny. If you know, you know, because like the only commons were out of the starters that they did. Okay, Island, Desynchronization, Reconstruct History. Ooh, we got another Mary Reed and Bonnie. There's those. Reconstruct History is actually a pretty cool land. Again, when I do share like the cards that I find value to, they're not always necessarily dollar figures. So keep that in mind when I actually do those shares, because I will share with you some lands in here and sometimes some like uncommons or even commons that are like really solid, overlooked, I think, cards that almost shouldn't have been like an uncommon. And again, it's not like I'm an expert or anything when it comes to stuff. I really love this game. And I try to see all ends of it. Mountain. Give me some foil lands, man. Kenaway, Doran. Ooh, Enzo. Non-foil, though, but an Enzo. Enzo is a pretty great commander if you want a pretty killer commander. Finally got a token. This is one of the things, though, that did always stop me from buying a box, because for the longest time, these were like $100 a box. But for $140 a box, I could buy Duskborn or some of the other ones, and those just made a lot more sense. And now with whatever's going on with the pricing, things have changed. Another Excalibur, Sword of Eden, Petty Larceny, Arbaz. Excalibur, I think, is a great card. Again, it's funny that the equipments in this set are almost like the best cards. There are some great uncommon cards, though, such as, oh, what were the cards I love? I love Reconnaissance. There's Templar Knights. So there are some great ones. Exile. Propaganda, that are some uncommons that are, I think, sometimes overlooked, that are really good cards. Now that we do have a little assassin token, though, why not? Let's get those tokens set aside. I do thank everybody who likes and follows this channel. I do my best just to share. The one thing I found that's funny with this community is staying in your lane can still bring challenges. And I just like to share. Ooh, Stormhammer, sweet. Sick card right here. Father of all, beautiful, beautiful. Dang. This is a pretty cool pack. Good pack right there. More mythics and rares than what you get out of the current stuff. It is fun with these packs because there is that part that you get rid of the bulk, if you know what I mean. Probably Become Anonymous, I think, is a good card, personally. I don't know if you run it or not. I think it's pretty good. I mean, Hidden Fourblade. So, copy. I'm looking forward to going back through some of these just because I love to take my time on them, and especially on a set like this that I've never opened. The part that you guys don't see, because I do a follow-up video of like what I think my best pulls are, I seriously spend probably a good like 2 hours just going through each card individually, because I love the artwork. I pull aside cards that I love the artwork too so much. Rest in Peace, great card. Propaganda again. And that's just part of the fun of why I enjoy opening up sets that I've never opened. And it's not necessarily, is it like, yes, there's cards in here that I'm going to use. There's cards in here that I trade, what have you. But it's because I enjoy opening up packs. And I fund all this with my own bank account. There it is. That's what I wanted. There's my hit. I'm good now. Sort of feast and famine. Again, if you are gambling with these and you're just trying to make your money back, these are not good investments, by the way. I do always try to throw that stuff out there, that these are not good investments. This is about fun. It's about, all of that. And all it takes is a ban, a reprint, any of that for value to go down. Reconnaissance is an awesome card. Apple. So this set was out actually right when I was getting back into Magic. Wilds of Eldron, there's this out. Lost Caverns is coming out. And the first deck I actually tried to build, Commander deck, was with the starter decks of these to play Standard and a bundle. Needless to say, I had no synergy. I hadn't played this. I had never played Commander before. Didn't really get how the decks fully worked. And then I played and realized that my deck sucked, that it was not how it's supposed to do. And that's when I really started digging back into Magic, actually. Fun fact. So thanks to Assassin's Creed, making a really crappy Commander deck with it got me back into Magic. Terminate. Nice. Could use some foil planes here, my friends. All right, what must be done? Nice. Murder foil, Desmond Miles. All right. Again, I'm always curious, what are your thoughts on Universes Beyond? Because let's face it, this is a Universes Beyond set. It doesn't feel as Universes Beyond as some of the others. Just because, I think for me, I was buying Antiquity booster packs when they first came out. Same with Arabian Nights. So the theme to me is very Magic the Gathering, just because of when I used to play originally. So this coming back out, it didn't feel to me like Universes Beyond, and I have to remember that it actually is. And I am one of those that is guilty sometimes for just like a lot of hate towards Universes Beyond. Dude, we have a lot of packs still. There's a lot of freaking... I thought there was only like 24, 28 packs in this. I'm going to have to recount, because this is like a box that keeps on going. I'm actually having more joy opening this up than some of the other boxes, mainly because I don't have all the bulk. And also, though, because it's a set I haven't opened before. Not a box. Brotherhood Headquarters. Great for Assassin's Land right there. And so I do always apologize when I am sometimes negative towards Universes Beyond, just because it's like I have to remember that there's Universes Beyond sets out there that I do like, that were all a little bit different. This is Magic the Gathering. It's about having fun. Ooh, there's the other card I wanted, and I got it in foil. Huh. This is a pretty good box. I'm very, very stoked with this box. Honestly, I forgot about Black Market. Seeing that right now, if you could see my face, I actually was like, oh my God, I forgot. No. Mortify. What packs are you curious about opening? I'm really excited, I'm not going to lie, about Reality Fracture. I will open up a box of The Hobbit, of course, but I'm probably not going to buy a bunch of it. I just really am struggling right now a lot with where I see prices going. And this wasn't what Magic was about to me. Magic was affordable and fun. It's like a fun hobby. I didn't want to stress over buying stuff and then overpaying. But I am excited about Reality Fracture. So I'm curious what you're excited about. Comment down below. Let us know. All right. And Anybody out there staying sober, by the way, I am very proud of you. Royal Assassin. I didn't realize that he was actually a card. I knew that this was the promo card. He was one of my first loves in this game with Black. Black, my first combo. Royal Assassin and Icy Manipulator. That was the first combo I ever used, or like tried to use in Magic the Gathering. That, and then Lord of the Pit with a Serpent Generator, or Lord of the Pit and Hive. Let's see what we got. We're almost through. Let's see. Boom, boom. And yeah, desynchronization. Nice. Full. All right. I'm very stoked with this box. Not going to lie. There's only a couple packs left. How many packs left? So there's one. Oh, we got 3 packs left. If you like box openings like these, again, hit the follow button. I'm probably going to figure out some kind of giveaway when I hit 1,000. When I hit 1,000 followers or subscribers, whatever it is, I will come up with some cool giveaway. Probably have to do with a bunch of the boxes that I opened up. Towering Viewpoint, nice. All right, last 2 packs. How many mythics rares do you think I got? Let's see. This has definitely been a little bit fun. And I'm really excited about just kind of going through these cards. I also am excited about getting my correct tripod back from my studio, since the way that I'm opening these right now, I feel like a shrimp how I'm like leaned over. Crystal Spyglass, a nice Templar, solid uncommon card if you get a bunch of Knights. All right, so let's go to last pack magic. As you know, I'm not a huge believer in last pack magic. I've never had luck with last pack magic, but let's find out what we get. Knights Templar, Assassin Initiate, and Murder. I'm surprised I only got 2 Knights Templar out of the whole thing. Only 1 Reconnaissance. Plains, Conspiracy. Ooh, Staff of Eden. Not a bad last pack. So comment below how many mythics and rares we think we got. I keep hitting this tripod, as you can tell. I'm sorry, guys. 37. Almost got as many mythics as rares as what you get out of the new boxes. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Anyhow, I'm kind of glad I did that, because it just goes to show you that's screwed up. Well, thank you so much, guys, for joining. I'm going to go through these cards, and then I will be back and show you what I kind of feel the top pulls are. And you know what? Until then, stay sober.